All right, let's see if we can get a few people in here and see what see if people want to see. I'm going to do an unboxing. I just bought this kit. It's a Cat 6 kit, 500 feet of cable. This is going to be, and I'm going to show you the price. It's a really good deal. It's a budget price, and it comes with everything you need. It's actually a pretty nice deal. I have not opened it completely yet, so you're going to get to see me open it. Now, I've been busy doing a lot of upgrading. I just upgraded to a gig up and down internet at my house. And the problem is some of the parts of my house, I can't really get all my speed that I am paying for. So with my fiber internet that's coming in, I need to upgrade some of my wiring. I have some 10-year-old Cat 5 wiring that's just not up to par that I put in when we first moved in here over 10 years ago. So I bought this wire and I've upgraded some of my wire, but I needed to do another upgrade. Some of my tools were becoming a little bit old. My tester is a little worn. My crimper is a little worn out. So I decided, you know what, this is a good opportunity. Let's see what's out there for budget-wise. Let's see how well it works. I'm going to wire it up and see what happens with the in my house. Now, I'm going to do a future video to show how well this wiring did. Being ran a pretty good distance from like one end of my house to the other, all the way to the other end of the house, and see if it actually gives me the full speed that I'm hoping that I'm going to get with it. And so in other words, let's go ahead and show you what I bought though. Let's go ahead and go over here to the website. So this was on Amazon, and here's the purchase here was on the 29th. It just got here today. It took 5 days after I ordered it to get here. And here's the pictures. So we're gonna open this box though. I'm gonna show you here in a few minutes. We'll open the box and see what it looks like. We've got this is supposed to have, you know, the separated conductors. The difference in Cat 6 and Cat 5 is you'll see a plastic thing here separating all the wires out. That's part of the difference, and a little bit extra, usually insulation around each pair of wires. So that's one of the difference. The Cat 5 is not like that. You'll just have the wires in there all twisted together and one insulator around it. So the insulation, this is how you can tell the difference in the wiring, how good a quality wiring you're getting on some of the things. So this is UB gear. This is a UB gear crimper. I'm not, you know, this was not given to me. This is not a sponsored video. I'm going to give you honestly what I found out, how well this stuff, these things worked. This was only $60, mind you, for 500 feet of Cat 6 wire and a crimping tool, a stripper, a tester, okay, 100 connectors. So there's 100 connectors in this kit. So there's a bag of connectors. There's the stripper, the tester, the crimping tool, and the Cat 6 wire. So this kit actually was a pretty nice kit, and I think it's going to be pretty good. Josh said he got a device from Walmart. He got one of those low-end devices that they're selling at Walmart, $29.99. I'm not condoning those. I mean, if you guys want a budget device, far be it for me to steer you away from any particular budget device. Just decide what kind you want and go that route, whether you want a Fire Stick or whether you want one of those from Walmart that has the Android TV OS. I believe that's the what's on that. There's a lot of different devices out there available that do a lot of different things. To each their own. Everybody's got their own different thing. Fios will not upgrade my wires. No, they won't upgrade your wires. Well, this is Frontier. I have Frontier Internet, which is basically kind of like Fios. That used to be Verizon in this area, but Frontier took over for Verizon here. And we finally just got fiber optic. So now I'm finally able, and the modem they gave me is a 10 gig modem. So it's ready for future upgrades too. So all of you out there who are, you know, who have 1 gig routers and stuff, if you're getting a gig coming in off your internet, you might be time to start thinking about an upgrade to a 2.5 gig router. because the internet's going to go ahead and probably just go up from there. You might get some free upgrades in the near future. But yeah, I mean, this is information about this stuff here. Let's go ahead and take a look at opening this, and let's go ahead and what I'm actually going to do. You know what? I'm going to change a couple things. I want you guys to see this good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chroma keys off. Yeah, let's do that. And we're going to, let me turn on some extra light. Let's get some extra lights here. And I'm not using my best mic. I'm in the middle of redoing some stuff in here, and there I am blurry. Okay, so hopefully we'll have some good light. So when you get this UB soft unit, and let's just give you guys a little view here. It's going to come in a box like this. So here's the box, right? UB gear cable. So right here we've got the UB gear cable. It comes in this box. You got 500 feet of wire. This is the entire kit in here. And I have not really opened and looked at everything in here yet. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here we go. Here's the wire. Wire's wire, right? I'm going to cut into this so you can actually physically see what I was talking about. But here is the kit. So what we've got is we've got our connectors right here. This is 100 connectors. It's supposed to be 100 connectors. I'm not going to sit here and count 100 of them to make sure they gave me the right amount. I got lots of connectors, so that's not really a big deal. I didn't really need the connectors. It just came with the kit. What was nice though is I needed a new crimping tool. My crimping tool worked. My cutters had kind of worn. It wasn't really doing as good of a job as it had in the past. It was quite a few years old. They do wear out over time if you use them a lot, like I do out on jobs, because I do a lot of crimping jobs for clients. And so this looks like a pretty good one. It's definitely a lot better than my old one. I'm not going to show my old one, but this looks to do the job, especially if you're just doing it right, once in a while. This is going to be great. And even if you're doing it daily, I think on it, well, not all the time daily, but look, it's got a couple of blades right in here too. If you look in here, you're going to see that it actually has a couple of blades. So this can actually do the stripping for you as well, which is pretty cool. It actually will do the crimping at the top. So you put the connector in there to crimp it once you've put the wires, and then bam, you got it crimped. And then it came with this little doohickey here. This is your stripper, so you can actually strip the wires on the Ethernet wire. So this was only $59.97, guys. Again, so I see some new people came in. Just so everybody knows, this was bought off of Amazon. $59.97 Prime. I bought it on Prime, but you don't have to buy it on Prime. And this was a 500-foot kit with the connector as well as the tester, stripper, 100 connectors, and it's actually Cat6 wire. So we're going to check the wire out here in a minute, and let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So actually pretty decent tool. The tool feels pretty nice. Pretty good stripper. And I will be doing a video to tell you how well, to show the speed, how well this went, because it's got to go. I gotta string out a couple of good chunks of wire to two places in my house, especially that need the gig speed. One is to my FTP server / Plex server, and the other is to another room in the house. So this is the tester. Now these are pretty standard testers. It's nice it came with a kind of a leather case. The last tester I got didn't come with anything like this, and the last tester I got was pretty similar to this, pretty much the same thing, even slid out the same way like this. What happened was it set in the sun a few too many times, and some of the sticker is kind of coming off. It's kind of like not quite lined up with the sticker. as well as it was when it was new. So otherwise my old tester is still working, so it can be a backup, and this can be my main tester now. And you put a battery in this. Takes a 9 volt, I believe. No, this one actually, my other one took a 9 volt. This one's just going to take a couple of AAAs, 2 AAA batteries. So that's pretty cool. So this is definitely pretty cool. And you know what? For this whole kit, this gives you everything you need to test your wire, hook your own home up, do it yourself without having to pay somebody to, you know, do your wires, or go out and buy expensive Cat6 wires. You can just make yourself up some wires that are exactly the length you need. 500 feet will make a lot of wires for most people. So yeah, you can put this on one end and this on the other end, and you turn it on and you test your wire, and then it will come up and light up, and it's got numbers on it that go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are a total of 8 wires in the Cat5, Cat6 type of units. This will test Cat5 as well. It should test most of the other higher end wires as well too. So this would be a great tool to have. All of these tools are very useful. I know that when I got the tool the last time, I think it was something like $12 to $15 or more. But yeah, I mean, that's everything here. So let's try to find an end of this wire. And it came pre-crimped with a connector on it. Why they did that, I don't know. They put 4 wires in here. It's not wired correctly or anything at all. I don't know what they were doing with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut this. And let's find the tool. And we're going to cut this open and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so here we are here. And let's take a look at this tool here. So you're supposed to be able to put this thing in here and twist it around and pop it out, and then bam, and it strips it out for you. Look at that, how easy that was. And it didn't cut the wires either. It actually did a pretty good job from what I can tell. But at any rate, I wasn't really trying to be careful with it, so if it did cut a wire, it's not a big deal. But you'll see this plastic separator. So this plastic separator separates the wires going through the whole thing, and then you got this. Now this doesn't have, it looks like it doesn't have any insulation. Now some of the higher end wire will actually have insulation around each one of these pairs. This also doesn't have any outdoor insulation. So this wire is really, look like a couple of wires there were clipped a little bit. This wire though is only I would say really best suited for indoor use because there's no extra insulation on it. But the hope is that it's going to be able to, it's going to run underneath my eave. And the last time I ran wire like this, I mean, I mean, 10 years ago, that wire is still running today. So I didn't really need much in the way of outdoor insulation unless it's like really, really like out in the elements. So running in your house, if it's up underneath an eave and it's got shade on it all the time, and you're putting it in with some, you know, good plastic staples, and you're running it nice and straight, you're probably going to be okay running this outdoors. But if you're in a more industrial environment where you have a lot of machines and stuff, if you're at your house, it's probably all right for a budget wire, because that's what this is a budget wire, right? But if you want something better for a business that has a lot of equipment running, you're probably going to want something that is a little bit more robust, that has a little bit of insulation, like an actual braided insulation around at the very least on the inside, some braided insulation that's on here. I have some insulated wire, Cat5e wire that I actually ran, and I paid as much for that wire as I did for 1,000 feet as I did for this. Now Cat5e is supposed to do a gig, but I ran that and it didn't do my gig. So this is going to get tried. If it doesn't do a gig, then I'm going to let you guys know that this wire did not stand up to the test, and then I'm probably going to end up ordering some much more expensive wire in order to try to fix my problem, where I'm only getting 100 meg instead of my 1,000 meg going to the locations that I'm trying to get. And that's going to be the main thing I'm working on trying to do with this particular wiring kit that I ordered and got in. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this kit. Wanted to show the kit off. Wanted to show you guys what you could buy for $60 to do it yourself at home. And yeah, I mean, let's get the camera back up here. So this is to make a long story short. Hopefully you guys heard me all right. And again, this kit was actually I think a pretty good deal for the $59.97 price. This is a pretty nice crimping tool. Most of the time you go into the hardware stores, you're going to pay $25 for a crimping tool like this. So just keep that in mind. This was 60 bucks for the whole kit, and you got this crimping tool plus 500 feet of wire. You get the stripper, and these connectors are not cheap. If you go check normal retail in like Home Depot, these connectors end up running you a pretty good chunk of money as well. So all in all, it actually was a pretty good deal, considering you also got the tester that is at least a $15 to $25 normal retail that you would go try to buy a tester as well. So what's everybody saying? Hello to Josh. Hello Sheila. Hey Pimp Tech. BamaFan said a whole lot of cable. Yeah, 500 feet isn't that much really when you think about it. If you're doing your home, you can go through 500 feet depending on how many rooms you're wiring up. Like I've got a 4-bedroom house, so say I wire all 4 bedrooms. I wire my living room. I wire my theater room, which is another whole room, and I wire my garage. I send a wire into there. By the time I'm done, yeah, that's a lot of wires. That's 4, 5, 6, like 7 times I got to run wire to all those rooms. I'm not doing that many because a few of the rooms are working fine. I think it's when the cable got a little too long on the other end of the house that's where I have to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to do a follow-up though, and I'm going to let you guys know definitely if this gave me a gig internet, and I'm going to measure out how many feet of cable I ran, and if it gave me a gig internet going that many feet, because I haven't even measured exactly how many feet it is that the wire has to go. So some of the shorter runs will be, I have that shielded Cat5e. I'm probably going to rerun some Cat5e to those rooms. I did run brand new Cat5e runs already to this end of the house, but for whatever reason, it's not doing good. I may try to put new. I may first try to crimp new ends. So with the new crimping tool and these new ends, I may try to crimp new ends onto the cable and see if that makes any difference. Although I really doubt it, because I've already tried to put new ends on the cable a few times, and I've put thousands and thousands of connectors on Ethernet cables, so I know what I'm doing when it comes to that. I really don't think that that's the issue, is the connectors or anything like that. I think it's the cable is just not good enough to withstand the length that I'm going to get it to a gig internet on the other side of my house. So that's why I upgraded to Cat6. Will Cat6 fix the problem? I really don't know. I really hope so, and I will let you guys all know if it does. On a side note, I've talked to you guys in the past about my retro computer build. I do have a Windows XP retro computer build. It went on the back burner a little bit because I had some personal things going on with my wife and family. But I did order a brand new motherboard for that build, so that build's coming. I'm going to be showing off the case pretty soon, and posting a couple of videos on the sanding and painting I did on the case, and a couple of the things I've done to retrofit the case as well. Adjust it, put some different fans in. It's a full tower case that's going in. I will have before and after pictures, so you'll get to see what that case looked like. As a matter of fact, I've got a case that hasn't been changed, and I'm going to be putting them side by side so you can see what the case looked like basically before I did the transition and changed it all around, because I did a lot of modifying to this particular computer case. So that'll be pretty cool. And oh, there's my fix my cable. There is my roommate Chris right there. He's one of the ones that wants to get a gig going into his bedroom. So that's one of the cables that we've got to try to rerun to get to 1 gig internet. So we'll be checking that out. All right. Yeah. Okay. Anybody have any questions before I sign off? And then I will see you guys again in the next video that I put out. Hopefully, all of you guys are having a great evening. If not, you know, uh, I hope it gets better for you. Head of my class, DVD King. You slumming it over here, DVD? Hope you're doing good, DVD. Hope all is well over there in your kingdom with all of your stuff you got going on. DVD King's always got a bunch of crazy fun stuff over on his channel. If you want to have some fun, his channel's full of it. I mean, literally full. Well, some full of something. But anyway, next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great evening. I'm gonna go try to see about running a cable and see if I can get a gig internet going to my server and get some stuff rolling. Uh, awesome for you guys all showing up. Thank you all for showing up, and stick with me, and you'll get the best deals on anything to do with wiring your home or your TV or doing something. I don't know, but nothing for free anymore. Can't do it for free anymore, man. You guys, I'm broke. I need money, so it's not for free. No, I'm just playing. See you next time on Computer Works, where we make your computer work one way or another.